Hey y'all, welcome back to Lorena's Kitchen, cooking in the urban studio. So tonight I'm going to show you one of my most comfort foods of ever. I used to get this with my mom and my grandma, and then also my Aunt Mary when they were all alive, and we used to go to Ben's Kosher Deli in Bates Harris. It was the first place I ever tried a matzo ball, and it was like a breakfast that my mom would cook in a soup, which is like phenomenal and amazing. And I have tried so many matzo balls in my life from all different restaurants. I know where to get good ones and where to get bad ones. I have yet to try a vegan matzo ball, so I am on a mission to try somebody else's vegan matzo ball because it took me many years of missing and also mishapping making vegan matzo balls until I got it down. So we're going to be using some silken tofu tonight. I have a 12-ounce package of silken tofu. Any brand really is good. Obviously, you should try to go for organic. I have some of Stripe's matzo meal. You can get whole wheat option as well, but I chose for the regular. If you're going to be going with matzo ball, you might as well, go white with them. I have my pink Himalayan salt, one of my favorites. We're going to be doing some onion powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of black pepper. And then I'm also going to be doing my own type of matzo ball soup. I want vegetables in there. I want it to be pretty. So I'm going to cut up some carrots. I'm going to cut up some celery. And I have some onions and some garlic. And I'm also going to break apart some spaghetti because I do like my matzo ball soup with noodles. It only makes it oh so much better. So first off, we are going to need to create our matzo ball meal mush that we're going to have to let sit for a half hour. And within that half hour, we are going to chop up all our vegetables so that we're ready to go. And then we're cooking for about another half hour to 45 minutes. At that point, you're using, once your matzo balls are floating freely in your soup, that's when you know they're done. So in a large mixing bowl, we are going to be taking 3 cups of matzo meal to our 12 ounces of our silken tofu. There we go. And I'm going to be putting in a teaspoon, of my pink Himalayan salt. And at least mix around all of my dry ingredients first, and then I will do all my my silken tofu. And we're gonna do a teaspoon of onion powder. And we're gonna do a teaspoon of garlic powder as well. And a half a teaspoon of black pepper. So let me get my garlic in there. And my pepper. There we go. And now for quickly just mix it around. I actually am going to use a masher with my silken tofu, as long as I get it really good, so might as well not dirty another thing. And I'll mix it up like this. Obviously, you can use a fork, you can use a spoon, just mix it all up because we want it to be well incorporated so that at least our matzo balls are really well flavored. All right. Oh, and the other thing, you can either make your own vegetable broth or you can pick up some vegetable broth. Since it is a work night for me and a gym day tomorrow morning, I am choosing for Rachel Ray vegetable stock. That's what I wound up getting. And our silken tofu is really soft. It's perfect also for smoothies, yogurt type dishes. I've done it in curries where they call for a yogurt if I don't want to get a processed vegan yogurt. It can also take on the form of a cheese. I've used it in vegan lasagna, and trust me, everybody in my family has eaten it, and they've only known it was vegan because I was also eating it myself. So with my potato masher, because I like to make use of everything in the kitchen. Now also, in addition, you may want to just add a little bit of water, but we want to not make it too moist. We do want this to be drier because we need it to form like the balls, and it's not eggs, so it does not have that binding factor. So I would just, if you're going to add the water, add it like teaspoon, like tablespoon by tablespoon pretty much at this point. Maybe that's getting a little thick. I'm going to actually switch over to a spoon for my mixing. And we need the tofu to at least set for a half hour so that we will get it to form into a ball. I've tried it before with doing it like immediately, and you wind up where your balls don't stay together. They just kind of dissipate, and you kind of have like a nice little like a matzo creamy thick stew thing going on. And yes, it tastes good. It doesn't taste bad, but it's definitely not matzo ball soup. I'm going to add some more water. And once everything looks at least mixed together, we're just going to stick it back in the refrigerator for about a half hour. You could always let it go a little bit longer. It's not going to hurt it. But at least a half hour. If you have time, you could even do this the night before and do it, or right before you go to work. You could always mix it together, and you'll have that, you know, ready for when you get home from work, so that then, you know, you form your matzo balls while your soup is getting ready. Okay, so now I have like a dough, kind of like a drop cookie dough. And at that point, now I'm just gonna give it a quick like knead kind of, but not really, just kind of more of an incorporate in. And there we go. And yes, when you do touch it, wash your hands immediately. Matzo does act just like dough. It will stick onto your fingers, and then it just becomes like a pain in the ass with your like nails and stuff. So, all right, our matzo meal is like solid now. Kind of looks like a that. And we're gonna just stick this in the refrigerator for a half hour. And when we come back out, it will be ready to be formed into our little balls, and we'll be getting our soup going, all right? So I'll catch you back in about a half hour, and we'll finish up with our matzo ball soup, get that going, and then we just do a little waiting game, a little bit more time to clean up everything you've used, or do some chores if you have some laundry to do or something. Make it useful. Talk to you soon.